I got the drink, I got the smoking rotation. Head on a swivel rotation. I got the back door swinging rotation. If it's wall, double back in rotation.
What's up, fam? I am the one and only TheNightsHero. Some of you might know me as Drake. Thank you guys so much for watching. And this are my shoulders. I've been working out. Nah, just joking. But this is my album review for Jay Rock's album. It dropped on Friday, June the 15th, 2018. And this is June 16th, 2018, about 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning. And I'm just here to, I've been listening to the album all day, like over and over. And I wanted to let you guys know what I thought of the album in case you wanted to hear it, in case you've heard it and wanted to know what I thought about it, or in case you were thinking about whether you should give it a listen or not. If you're wondering whether you should give it a listen or not, yes, you should absolutely give it a listen. This was, as far as Jay Rock and who he is, if you haven't heard of him or whatever, he's an artist on the TDE label, Top Dog. Which features artists such as Kendrick Lamar. If you don't know who Kendrick Lamar is, welcome to Planet Earth. This is YouTube. Schoolboy Q and Ab Soul are some other artists that are featured on TDE. Yeah, and all of those guys are known. I don't know whether you can people like to label people things. I guess you could label them conscious rappers. Lyricist is a better term for them, I think. And basically, to me, the difference between a lyricist and some of these other guys is that he's not a mumble rapper. They actually have something that they actually want to say, whatever their message is for that particular song, whatever it is for that particular moment. They have something that they want to say. And Jay Rock does an excellent job of doing that on this album. I actually feel like he does an excellent job of seamlessly transitioning between, on the one end, yes, being that lyricist and having a message and saying certain things that he wants to say. But on the other hand, he does do an excellent job of still having those bangers, of having those tracks that you would take off of this album, and you'll throw them into some other playlists and things like that. Those bangers that maybe when you're on the way to the club or coming back from the club, or you're in the gym or something like that, that you would still play a lot of these tracks, off of this album. As far as on the lyricist tip or conscious rapper tip, whatever you want to call it, he definitely has he has his moments where he makes you think. Where one of the first moments early in the album, on the song For What It's Worth, one of my favorite lines from it is, they say money is the root of all evil, but I say the power of the pussy will scar people. That's a line, honestly, any guy that has been through it with the wrong female at the wrong time, or the right female at the wrong time, or God knows the things that we go through, will tell you, honestly, women will damage your head way more than money will. Honestly, you may lose some money, but you figure, I'm going to get it back or whatever. You go through it, you find a way to get it back. Women, the mesmer, they take something with you and leave and go along with it. So he definitely, that was one of the first lines that said something to me. He speaks on a lot of different issues during this album. He speaks on police brutality. He speaks on, does an excellent job of describing, painting a picture of what life is like for him out there, when they out there trapping basically and running the streets and things like that. And one of the last, and one of my most favorite songs on the album is Redemption, which features SZA, where he talks about, the whole song is about, what if things were different, basically, or making things better off of things that happen. One thing that spoke to me, I ain't gonna lie, put my feelings in a little bit, where he was basically talking about if, with a woman, what if he'd have done certain things differently. And I think that we've all can relate to that, to where you have a certain person, men and women, by the way, to where you're man, well, this person and it didn't work out, and what if I would have done this differently? What if I would have done this differently? I wish I would have done this. I wish I would have not done that, and things like that. And like I said, we can all relate to that. And like speaking of SZA and speaking of the features on the album, none of them felt forced. They all felt like they were supposed to be there. They all felt, it felt natural. Like it wasn't like, okay, he went out and like spent $100,000 for a Drake verse, or spent $150,000 or whatever it costs nowadays for a Nicki Minaj verse or something like that, just so he can have get more radio play off their name. No, it felt like every track, like he features J. Cole. He features J. Cole, by the way, Mr. No Features. Yeah, he's no features on his album, but he has no problem doing features on other people's album. But anyway, J. Cole, SZA, of course his label mate Kendrick is on there. Jaheim is on there. He's got quite a, like that. He's all the people there. They felt like they were supposed to be there. Everything was like, the songs were smooth and everything like that. So like I just liked it, and I like to see I don't know if J. Cole is ever gonna watch this, but like, it's okay to work with other people, bro. You may get a better result if you like. You can paint a better picture. Somebody can give a different perspective of things or whatever. But we're not going to get into all of that right now. But yeah, I did, like I said, I like the fact that the features that he brought definitely worked well with the album and made the album flow. But also, you do get your bangers out there. You do get your certain songs. And give me just a second. Sorry for looking at my phone, guys. Rotation 112. Good song. I would play that, like, I would play Rotation 112, like, just in the car. Like, Rotation 112 is a banger. I like Rotation 112. Excuse me. I said Jaheim earlier. It was Jeremiah. I don't know, like, sorry. Jaheim is... But anyway. King's Dead. That was the only... Like, I like King's Dead. I like the song. It was just, like, it's been on, I know it was on, like, I think it was a Black Panther soundtrack, and I think it was on somebody else's album, and I was just like, why is it on this album? I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. It just didn't flow to me. Like, it's not even that it didn't flow. I just felt like it didn't belong there. I felt like it's not... I just felt like it could have been something different. Excuse me, Win is a track. Win, 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 win. In case you haven't heard it, everything else. Win, 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 win. So Win is the track that you want to put, like, while you're trying to bang out that last set at the gym, or you're trying to run out that last half a mile or something like that, or whatever, give you some motivation. That's the track you want to listen to. But anyway, yeah, like I said, overall, I'm not going to give it like a grade or a number or whatever, because my theory with music is that you can't really... Time will tell us whether it's a good album or not. Me, 24 hours after the album came out, I'm going to give it 5 stars, I'm going to give it 4 stars or whatever. All right, whatever. Like, okay, cool. But, like, if you continue to play the album, and people continue to play the album later on, to me, that's what judges whether it's a good album or not, or whether it's good songs or stuff like that. As far as how do I feel, like the replay value and stuff like that, I'm going to play the album beginning to end again. I'm going to have a ton of songs from there that I'm going to play, on their own later on. And, like, I feel like the album has a lot of replay value. I look forward to seeing more from J-Rock. And yeah, it was just a dope album. Just like I said, beginning to end. Like he said a lot. Like he spoke on a lot of issues: police brutality, relationships, what it's like to run the streets. But at the same time, like I said, those bangers out there, like telling us, like, it was just, like I said, it was a good album, and I really thoroughly enjoyed it. Yeah. So thank you guys so much for watching. We've been really hitting our stride lately, and we want to thank you guys for supporting. Please, 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 we beg of you, like, if you like this video, if you like any of our other videos, please feel free to hit that like button. We really, really need you. The thumbs up button, we like that. Subscribe if you do like our other videos. We get into movies, music, and games, and we're really picking up the pace with our content. So subscribe so you can make sure you see all of our videos as they come out. And comment. We want to know, like, the most important thing to us is our letting us know what you guys think. So if you anything that you want to say, possibly, like if you don't like my hat, the bill is too crooked, whatever, like, let us know. Like I said, like, comment, subscribe. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you guys so much for being so supportive as you have been lately. And until next time, adios.